Everybody, welcome back to The Witcher 3. We're in this tower where we're looking for some of the wolf school gear, and then we found this note from Hieronymus, and we learned how to activate this portal of his. So we're gonna go ahead and just jump off this ledge and hope for the best. Hello. Whoa. That is not only ballsy, but pretty cool, I would say. Oh, are you kidding me? I don't know why I would expect anything less, but let's start it off with a bang. Spectre oil. Here we go. Let's also get one of our decoctions going. Let's go Ekamara. There we go. Hello, Wolven armor, notes written in shaky hand, Wolven boots, Wolven gauntlets, Wolven trousers, thank you very much. So that's all the armor sets, but we need now the swords, and he did tell us those other locations. Cannot move, spine broken, liver, perhaps spleen, pierced, new jumping into portal is extremely risky with only one crystal powering it, but still better than certain death at hands of enraged peasants. I wonder what would happen if we had tried it with one, probably be dead. Mob broke into tower, cut off path to second crystal, had to flee. Grab diagrams for wolf school gear before going, hoping Varen would come save them, if not me. Perhaps he will come still. We'll jump through the portal, retrieve his diagrams, rescue me. A foolish hope. My time is very short. Okay. So, we do have an area that's close here. Oh, no, 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 no. This is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt. We survived. Holy. Jeez. I'm interested to see this gear, but I'm gonna wait until we get the swords to see anything. Keep our hopes pretty high. Now, this bastion is on a very similar path to where we just came from. Come on, Roach, let's go. What's wrong with you today? You're being temperamental. There we go. Look at this thing, wow.
The old bastion. Trained here as boys. Before the trial of the grasses. Seems the bastion's haunted.
Yeah, strangely enough, right? There's a lot of them. We might want to invest in some of our, some whirl stuff, just to deal with large groups like this.
Hopping, but I can't see. Must have bound them to this place. A lamp will reveal more.
Now, he did say in that note that there was something being hidden here. You only had to look. What do we have here? Wolven Steel Sword and Baron's Journal. Okay, so there's a little bit more to this. Elgar's gear is fantastic. I knew it at once, soon as I found it. Right away, I said every new Witcher we train should be given such equipment. That is, if we are serious about making monster slayers out of this band of prissy schoolboys. How many times must I ask our honorable resident mage to devote some of his precious time to actual work? Resident like that's as useful as a boil on the bottom. At least his assistant, Cured, knows a thing or two about metallurgy. The two of them have finally gotten down to work. The steel sword diagram is now ready, and assuming they didn't foul anything up, tomorrow I'll forge the first blade. I'll go to Kieran's workshop in the old watchtower after today's training and see if he's finished the silver sword diagram as he promised. Then I'll go to Hieronymus's tower. He should have finished that armor diagram by now. Thought I heard a signal horn in the distance a second ago. Hooch must be getting to my head. No one's fool enough to attack a keep full of witchers. Yeah, right. Okay, but what else is happening here? Let's go up top, maybe?
You walked away from practice without my permission. You know that? Do not start. Bleeding is no excuse. Now take off that bandage and get back to your training. You'll see to your wound when I say you're done.
Oh yeah, good memories.
You walked away from practice without my permission. You know that? Do not start. Bleeding is no excuse. Now take off that bandage and get back to your training. Is that a sword or an egg beater?
Where's that coming from now?
Is that a sword or an egg beater? Strike from the wrist, not
There,
your elbow.
okay.
Again. Is that a sword or an egg beater? Strike from the wrist, not your elbow. Again.
There be anybody outside, maybe? It's worth a look. That was an unsuccessful little trip around there. Oh, here we go.
A witcher usually fights with a sword, silver or steel. But he must know how to use all weapons. Battle axes, picks, slingshots. Archery training today. Missed the target. You owe me 50 push-ups. Hit it. You owe me
Sounds
20.
fun.
Now move!
Hit it and you owe me 20. Great. So I think we can see those little, like, specular kind of highlights when we find something. Like right here.
What's that supposed to be? Swaying side to side like a reed in the wind? Head up! Guard up! Faster! Faster!
Bastion's haunted by the ghost of a boy who trained here and died here. Need to bury his remains. Maybe he'll leave then.
Okay, where are his remains? Let's check back here. I wonder if it could be up on the wall. I doubt it. It's probably on the ground, but I'm curious to see what's up here. Oh, maybe. Hold on. Yeah, actually, I think we're onto it.
Ghost that haunts the bastion. Maybe he'll leave if I bury his bones.
Oh, there's wraiths again. At least I thought there were. Yeah, there's some out there.
They'll try to stop me. Come on.
Oh, we can handle these.
Take care, kid.
There we go. If they get that first hit on us, like, they can stagger us so easily. That's where some of those decoctions would probably come in pretty handy. Okay, let's get out of the bastion. We don't need to be here any longer. What I'd like to do is find the last piece of gear. Need to search the ruined watchtower near Kaer Morhen. So let's actually just check the area. There's not a lot going on, actually. So that is way north, which doesn't really, we don't really need to travel there to get closer to it, so. Oh my god.
Come on.
So that's kind of sad about the bastion. The young boy was probably pushed too hard. Obviously traumatized by how difficult it was. And not everybody survives, right? So... Okay, here we go. Let's go. Find your footing. Come on. And all of a sudden, like, just heavy fog. Come on. Let's go, girl. I'm not going to be dealing with these bears right now. Hold on, I do see maybe something in here. Just regular stuff, probably. Ah, glyph. Oh, hello. Not bad.
Let's go. Faster.
Sometimes I consider replacing her. Oh, hello, a Leshen. Let me just take care of this. Okay, the warg's not interested. Hello. I can't remember what the Leshen is classified as. Is it a hybrid? Or a relic, maybe. Nope. Oh yeah, it is. It's a relic. Whoa, hi there. Whoa! Got a little too greedy. Let's get rid of these little guys first. Fire's the way to go, for sure. Greater Fire Runestone, hunting boots. We can check out the boots. They're better armor. Let's do it. I haven't switched out our boots for a while. Now, I don't know if we're gonna have, like, notice boards in Kaer Morhen or anything, so anything we find like that could purely be exploration-based. Just fine by me.
Come on.
Let's calm her down. Okay, here's the watchtower. More wraiths. Jeez. There we go. Silver sword. Journal kept by Cured, the mage Hieronymus' assistant. I write in great haste, for each moment might bring my demise. A band of peasants wielding all manner of sharp and heavy farmyard implements has stormed the keep. I was in the workshop when they attacked, working on a new silver sword diagram, and did not notice the mob's approach. I've barricaded the doors, but know this cannot last forever. I can only hope Varen will come and rescue me before they break through. Luckily, we completed work on a new steel sword diagram a few days ago and gave it to Varen to forge. Armed with this fine weapon and aided by his Witcher pupils, I'm sure he'll easily handle a bunch of peasants swinging hoes and rakes. That's a bit ironic. Yet even rakes can do great harm to an unarmed scholar such as my master. Hieronymus has shut up in his tower for days, absorbed in his work on a new armor diagram. He might remain oblivious still to the danger he is in, should the mob find him before Varen can slice them down. And to think I nearly escaped this nightmare if I had only listened to my master. Hieronymus had drawn up some notes for me on locations connected with the legendary Elgar, Witcher of the School of the Wolf. It is said that Elgar has devised some improvements to the school's gear, and I was to follow his trail in search of these diagrams. Had I left even as late as yesterday, I would have been a safe distance from Kaer Morhen by the time the mob attacked. Instead, I tarried, and now I cower, fearing for my life. Okay. So, if we take a look at some of our crafting things here. Woven boots. So yeah, the first level of these might not be the greatest. They're quite a low level requirement, obviously. But once we find the stronger ones, like woven armor, adrenaline point gain is nice. Resistances to damage from monsters. And I kind of want to see like how it looks. Woven gauntlets. Those aren't too bad, actually. And then the swords, woven silver sword. Yeah, see, the second level would probably be amazing. Woven steel sword. Okay. Not bad. Now this is part 4 Let's see. Wolf school gear. Yeah, so this is probably the next one. And are they all... Yeah, they're nearby. That's cool. We'll go back and do some of the important things right now. And then we'll come and grab some more of this later on. Or maybe we can plan it so that we hit them all. Find and help Yennefer. Find Lambert. Talk to Lambert about journeying to the Circle of Elements. Okay, so these are both related. The task of preparing the phylactery fell to Lambert to his great dissatisfaction. His discontent came as no surprise to me when I learned of it. Lambert was not the most obliging of fellows, and Yennefer, well, let us just say she was not his favorite individual. Nevertheless, Lambert agreed to do the job, and Geralt felt he had no choice but to accompany him. Okay. So I think we'll start with Lambert. Save the best for last. Remember training here. So cool. Like, the architecture is just amazing too. Its upkeep hasn't been as strong as it could have been, but hello. And this, oh my god, this actually, I remember back to The Witcher 1 when we start at Kaer Morhen. And we're running in from this side, actually, and we come across here, and we fight in this area. Yeah, this is like, whoa. Nostalgia right now. Look at this.
Oh, sweet.
Okay, let's just dump some of our relics in here. The swords. And our trophies. Everything else we're going to sell. How are you guys doing?
Hold this.
Yes? What is it, Wolf?
I met with Emir.
Any crowned heads you haven't met?
A few.
Not really.
Hoping it stays that way.
Remember the first war with Nilfgaard? Battle of Sodden? The North, all of it, fought together. Temeria, Redania, Kedwin, Edirn, and the mages were heroes. On the field first, then in ballads. Not much left of that world.
See you later, Vesemir.
Hold this.
Impressive specimen.
A month of tracking, stalking. But I finally dropped the son of a bitch.
Congratulations. Can't help wondering, though. Why'd you keep the corpse? Aim to stuff it? Hang it above the mantle?
Not a bad idea. Gotta finish the autopsy first, though. This one was quicker than most. Quicker and stronger. Want to examine it thoroughly.
Mind if I have a look?
Want to do the honors?
Sure.
No thanks. You cut. I'll grab a bite to eat.
Oh, yum. Let's look at its head first.
Let's examine its head.
While I eat this apple.
Long whiskers. Protruding frontal lobe, but that's normal. Long ears. And an earring.
Seen that before. Some of them like shiny objects, like magpies.
And in the maw, yellow dull teeth. Missing its upper front teeth. Lower incisors.
Clearly not a flosser. Fine, let's move on. Open its gut. So, anything interesting?
Bits of undigested food. A few decades worth, looks like. Human hair, a belt buckle, a few coppers, and a gold ring. Want to give it to Yennefer? Ought to be as good as new once you polish it a bit.
No thanks. She only wears silver.
That's her loss. Rest is perfectly normal, except for its gnarled liver. Seems like I had a penchant for the blood of drunkards.
Nice claws. 15 inches, I'd say.
They grow its whole life. This one was about 110 years old.
That's crazy.
Pretty muscular legs. Calves and feet especially.
Let me tell you, this sucker was fast. 1 second here, there the next. Always in the shadows. Could barely see it.
So how'd you take it down?
Long story. Tell you another time.
Okay, well, good
I
luck.
think I've seen enough for now. This was an old one. Experienced.
It'd be nice to figure out a way to determine a catacan's age based on its tracks. Avoid running across one like this unprepared.
It would, I agree. But later. See ya, Eskel.
Well, if the nails don't stop growing, then you could examine the tracks for how deep the nails pierce and then make an estimate, I guess.
What's this? Brewing potions?
Or claws, I
No.
should say.
Booze from potato peels.
Oh, vodka.
For my welcome back feast?
Actually, more like my farewell feast. Haven't heard? Madame Sorceress has requested I fortify the phylactery with power from the Circle of Elements. Says it's essential to lifting the curse from that monstrosity.
Yeah, I've heard.
Realize that monstrosity, as you put it, might be Ciri?
Yeah, I heard.
Mind showing a bit of sympathy?
I call him like I see him. That's how I am.
Lambert gives me very, he gives off, like, vampire vibes. I know he's not one, but, like, that's the vibe that he gives off for some reason. I don't want to argue with him.
Know what? Never mind. Not gonna argue with you.
Right, no time to lose. The monstrosity awaits.
He just likes to
Lambert.
pick at us.
Oh, sorry. The potential Cirilla.
Don't sound too thrilled about all this.
I'm not. You know the trek to the Circle's no walk in the park. In more ways than one.
Let me go with you.
Well, might have more spring in my step with the famous white wolf at my side. So, you ready?
Okay, yeah, let's go.
No reason to wait. Let's go.
Oh, meant to tell you. Can't get to the Circle through the mountains. Rockslide blocked the pass last spring.
So we approach from the pond side, like when we did the trial of the medallion.
Exactly. Remember the way?
Not easily forgotten that.
He who returns with his medallion will prove himself worthy and may set off on the path.
Vesemir ever hear you impersonate him?
Yeah. Old man can't stand it.
Lambert's a little bit of an ass.
Savola's breach. Still haven't patched it up?
Vesemir'd like to.
Yeah,
Doesn't bother me though. Not expecting anyone to lay siege, and
that's
this
where we
way I
came
got a
in.
shortcut to the pond.
Shame those Salamandra assassins didn't punch a few more holes in our walls.
Or finish the job and reduce these ruins to rubble.
It's cool how they kept it, like, so true to that.
Been thinking. We gonna swim across the pond?
No, I got a boat moored there. You know, for fishing.
Yeah, yeah.
Never
for
took
fishing.
you for the fishing type.
I use bombs. I drop them in and scoop up whatever floats to the surface.
That makes sense.
That works.
Geralt?
Yeah, I'm good.
Geralt?
Lambert?
Geralt?
Okay, that's enough. If you didn't know, like, a lot about Witchers, Okay, harpies. You would think that Lambert would probably turn on us, but... I mean, I shouldn't say that like it's gonna be factual. No, not the lamp, damn it.
Nice shot. Hunting's almost a diversion tactic. Gotta get me one.
Don't worry, I'll take him out, Lambert. You just hang tight. I can't help but think that we are the most advanced Witcher ever. Tried to steal my kill. There you go. Go after your buddy.
Well, color me impressed. Where'd you learn them tricks?
It's an art. Learned it from this old master down in Zaracania.
Yeah. Save that tale for the next sorceress.
Yada yada yada. He doesn't care.
Tell me about Vesemir. Things any better between you?
Seems so. Old man's dropped the moralizing, and I try not to piss him off too often.
Mm-hmm. Working out well?
Moderately. Castle's pretty big. Easy to stay out of each other's way.
Well, sometimes that's best. Where's your boat?
Damn it! Moored it right here, I swear.
Line must have come loose.
Really? Here I thought the boat untied itself to go for a jaunt on its own. Damn it. In this fog, we'll never...
There a storm before I arrived?
Let me think. Yeah, 5 days passed.
Wind must have grabbed the sail, tugged the boat off its mooring. Boat drifted into the bushes.
Shouldn't be too bad. Higher potential for enemies, that's for sure, but... Oh yeah. Sounds like necrophages. If it's not, well... I'll be surprised. Drowners. Let me get out of the water. Anytime you want to come over here, Lambert, help out, that'd be cool. Come on, dismember. Or do the happy dead dance.
Water hag.
Great. Last thing we needed.
I mean, they're not that bad to deal with. Don't worry, Lambert, I got it. It's cool, man.
All right. Cave entrance is just opposite, see it? Gotta sail across the pond, go through the cave, climb Troll's Head, and we're there.
Doesn't seem like such an ordeal now, does it?
No. Still gives me the shivers, though. You know, only 2 boys returned from my group.
You were the ones who ran into old Spear Tip in the caverns, right?
Spear tip?
That's still gnawing at you?
Gnawing? No. Straight old pisses me off. What the fuck was that trial for? Most who returned from the Circle of Elements died within a year in some swamp, hunting drowners for crown 30 a head. So exactly what was the point?
Ought to ask Vesemir.
Oh, I have. Many times. Believe you me.
Let's go. Jump in the boat.
All right. I'm taking the tiller, though.
Because?
'Cause it's my boat, not up for discussion.
Jeez. Like, you're welcome for all of the help we're giving you. I mean, to be fair, he's doing all of this because he quote-unquote has to.
Make this boat yourself?
Yeah. Something you don't like about it?
Besides the water up to our ankles? Nothing.
Quit whining. It'll make it across the lake.
Provided we don't smash into something first. Barely see the tip of my nose. Fog's thick as curdled milk.
Never took you for a poet.
Oh, but I am one. Want to hear a limerick?
Yes.
Sure. Lambert, what a prick.
Not bad.
Lambert, what a prick. You gotta admit, that's clever. That's clever. Is your boat called the Storm
Sails
or the
fluttering.
Stoom?
Don't teach your grandma to suck eggs.
That's not the first time we've heard that. Suck eggs.
Right, almost there.